All right, let's do this one. We've got Q, R, S, and T. So let's just sort of Q, R, S, T. We know it's a quadrilateral. And our opposite sides are going to be Q and R, QR and TS, our opposites. And we've got QT and RS as opposites. And our diagonals are going to be QS and RT. So we're going to find the distance for all of these. Let's go ahead and start with this pair, QR. So we're going to use Q and R. Let's see if I can do this without bumping too much. We're going to do equals 1 minus -2 squared plus -5 minus -7 squared. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 squared is 9. -5 plus 4 is 2. And 2 squared is 4. So we get the square root of 13. Let's look at TS. So we're going to take the square root of 1 minus 4 squared plus -9 minus -7 squared. 1 minus 4 is -3, and -3 squared is 9. -9 times or plus 7 is -2. -2 squared is 4. So we have the square root of 13 as well. So these opposite sides are congruent. Let's look at QT. So I'm going to take -9 minus -2 squared plus, this is supposed to be a 1. It's supposed to be the x. So 1 plus 2 squared times, or plus -9 minus -7 squared. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 squared is 9. -9 plus 7 is 2. And 2 squared is 4. So this gives me the square root of 13. Let's try RS. So RS, we're going to take the square root of 4 minus 1 squared plus -7 minus -5 squared. 4 minus 1 is 3. You square that and you get 9. -7 plus 5 is -2. Square that and you get 4. So we do have the square root of 13 again. And that's congruent. Since both pairs of opposite sides are congruent, we're either going to have a rhombus or we're going to have a square, since all 4 sides are the same. So now we're going to go and find out about those diagonals. So our QS, I'm going to take this, and that's going to be the square root of 4 minus -2 plus -7 minus -7, and that's squared. So 4 plus 2 is 6, and squared is 36. -7 plus 7 is 0. So I have the square root of 36 plus 0, which is going to give me 6. Let's try RT. So I'm going to take the square root of 1 minus 1 plus -9 minus -5. 1 minus 1 is 0. -9 plus 5 is -4, and you square that and you get 16. The square root of 16 is 4. These are not congruent. Since the diagonals are not congruent, it's not going to be a square. It is going to be a rhombus. Let's try another one here. There we go. So we've got J, K, L, and M. J, K, L, M. So our opposite sides are going to be J and K, JK and L, M and L are going to be opposite. And we're going to have KL and LM. I'm sorry, JKL and MJ. There we go. And those are going to be opposite. And our diagonals are going to be JL and MK. So these are our diagonals. So let's take JK. So we're going to take the square root of 8 minus 5 squared plus 2 minus negative 1 squared. 8 minus 5 is 3. 3 squared is 9. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 squared is 9. So I have 9 plus 9. That gives me the square root of 18. MK, or ML, we're going to take the square root of 8 minus 11 squared plus 7 minus 10 squared. 8 minus 11 is 3. 3 squared is 9. 7 minus 10 is negative 3. Negative 3 squared is 9. So once again, we have the square root of 18. So these are congruent. Let's look at KL and MJ. KL, we're going to have the square root of 11 minus 8 squared plus 10 minus 2 squared. 11 minus 8 is 3. 3 squared is 9. 10 minus KL. 11 minus 8. 10. I think they have a typo. This is supposed to be a 7 because I'm looking at the answer key. So this is supposed to be an answer. A 7. Otherwise, this won't work out. So we'll change that. So if this is 7, 10 minus 7 is 3. So that will give us 9. And that's the square root of 18. Let's do MJ. Is the square root of 8 minus 5 squared plus 7 minus a negative 1. I'm sorry, that is a 2, isn't it? I'm sorry, that is a 2. It is not 9. It is not the square root of 18. So that's 8 squared, so that's 64. That makes this the square root of 73. Okay, sorry about that. Looking at the wrong answer key. 8 minus 5 is 3. That's 9. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 squared is 64. And we have the square root of 73. These are also congruent. So we do know that we have a parallelogram. What kind do we have? And it's not a square, and it's not a rhombus. So it could be a rectangle if the diagonals are the same. So let's find out. The diagonals here. JL is going to be the square root of 11 minus 5 squared plus 10 minus negative 1 squared. So 11 minus 5 is 6, and 6 squared is 36. 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 squared is 121. Then you add those and you get the square root of 157. And let's try MK. We get the square root of 8 minus 8 And we get plus 7. And we did say that that is a 2. I should change that back. That's a 2. Minus 2 squared. 8 minus 8 is 0. And 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 squared is 25. So the square root of 25 is 5. These are not congruent. So it cannot be a rectangle. It is going to be a parallelogram.